Welcome back to our podcast,
Hello.
everyone. I'm joined by my co-hosts,
I'm Sarah.
and I'm Adrian. And as you can see, we have some new equipment.
Mics! Yay!
Hopefully this gets rid of the air conditioning issue, which I think it is getting rid of.
Yeah, we did a little bit of testing before.
And sound quality will be so crisp, it's be like I'm talking in your ears.
Delicious.
Why don't we start with some reflection, Sarah? Because I know we've been doing some stuff over the weekend.
Was last weekend when we went clubbing?
Yes.
Oh my god, my sense of time is so off right now because I took the past 2 days PTO. Literally took an emergency PTO because I was so burnt out.
And you were still burning out.
I still am, but I will say the past 2 days felt so good. Like it was very
That's
needed.
bullshit, because you were still working on your self-care days, on other stuff.
Well, yes, but not like work. And that's a big difference. I mean, yes, it's still like doing stuff. But
that's unhealthy. Anyways,
How was your
Sarah went
weekend?
clubbing for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Is
so
that your first time clubbing?
second, but Mission was like a
That
fluke.
doesn't count, no.
That was
does
so
not count.
bad.
Mission's ass. Boo.
So bad. Thank you for redeeming it for me.
You're welcome.
So basically last Saturday, I was trying to take the entire day for like self-care vibes. What did I do? It was nice. I just like edited, made some food, like just took it slow. And then, that day I was trying to go to Rockaway Beach to have my little beach vibe because I'm still craving it. Have like a little journal sesh, get some Lunchable nachos and other snacks and fruit.
Lunchable nachos is crazy.
Yeah, and cut fruit because I'm not gonna be cutting my fruit there. Anyways, but the weather app didn't say it was raining, and then all afternoon I just like kept staring at the sky and it was like really cloudy, and then I checked the weather app again. It said it was in fact going to rain. And then it just looked really bad. So then I decided to stay in and I went to Zara and did some retail therapy, and then I came home, and then this guy in red came home and they were like, we're going out. And then it took like 3 hours to convince me to go out with them.
You were so like resistant, but in the back of my head, I'm like, I know you're gonna come, just fucking say yes. Like
Yeah.
whenever you have those moments of just like silence, I see the gears turning in your head, and I know you're gonna say yes, so just say yes.
That's so funny. Yeah, but I appreciate. Well, see, this is like one of my, I don't know if I should fantasies. No, what's another word that's more PG?
Fantasy? Dreams.
Like one of my dreams is to be like I need friends to twist my arm to go out,
If
which
I
might be
have
really
to.
annoying, but I appreciate it. It was fun.
I think it's just like, you just gotta come and have fun. And
Yeah.
okay, you know what? Because you were like, I'm sad and I need to like heal myself. I don't know if I
need a
can go
journal.
out. Is going out healthy for me? And I'm like, yes, don't do things alone. Like, you can journal when we're not here.
Yeah, that's
Why don't you
true.
journal during the day when
Well, that's
You
like
can't
having
club.
a 2 a.m. conversation at 2 p.m. Like it doesn't hit the same like we're doing right now. Well, later for this pod.
I'll be hitting.
Okay, whoa.
But was it fun?
It was so fun.
We went to Lucy's. Reb's friends need a promoter, so they brought us in. Low key, it was mad awkward because I was the only guy like in that waiting area.
Yeah.
Basically they brought us into a waiting area with all the other people who had like in contact with the promoters, but I was the only dude there, which is I
Wait,
guess
why was it Akko?
dude, no, because normally like promoters don't like fuck with guys because
yeah.
their job is to bring in like girls to the clubs.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess like boyfriend benefits. Woo. But no, it was fun. We had like, oh my god, it was basically
Wait.
free.
Yeah, we got a table.
Free
So this is
out.
my first time like actually clubbing, so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how this usually works.
It's not normally like that.
Okay.
Because you have to like pay a fuck ton of money for a table.
Oh, shit.
And normally it's not like unlimited out. You have to spend like a certain amount. Like they'll be
that's
like,
insane.
depending on how many people you have, they'll be like, oh, you need to spend like 5K or some shit
Wait,
like that.
it's crazy though because it seemed like every single like all the tables that were there was just like kind of free for all. Like everyone just kind of like.
I think it just
grabbed drinks.
depends. No, but they were also with the promoter. I think that table was for that promoter. That's why people kept coming over because they knew like that promoter.
Wait, but like even if I were just a rando, I could just I guess I wouldn't
Probably.
know.
No. Honestly,
know,
probably.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, promoters are cheat codes, but so
They
you should go network with more
Oh
promoters.
my God.
And
Don't say the N word here.
I will say, if we had a second guy, I don't think we'd get in.
Right?
Yeah, because they're prime. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God, guys. And we took an Uber from our apartment to the place, and we had 7 people, and we got an Uber XL, which yes is 6, but like we literally got in the car and they had enough seats for 7 people, like
There were
legally.
7 fucking seats.
Yeah.
In the car.
And then the guy, like we literally all load in, door closed, we're like putting on our seatbelts, and he just like turns to us and is like, "No, I'm not taking 7."
Did you hear him say? Did you hear what I said? I'm not gonna take you guys. He was like getting kind of like
Oh my God.
passive aggressive.
Yeah, I wasn't like scared, but I was just like, this is not worth it. Like,
Yeah,
this
I
is
was
so
like,
dumb.
and we said we tip you like a generous amount, and you're
Yeah.
just like, I can see both sides, but like,
But legally, I can see if like we were squeezing.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, but like you legally have room for 7. What is the concern?
I feel like the only like thing he'd be in trouble for is if he got pulled over, and I don't. No, not even then. He
No,
has 7
'cause he
seats.
legally had
yeah,
7
no,
seats,
it's
yeah.
fucking
Weird.
crazy.
Anyways, then we took 2 Ubers there. Oh, they had 818 tequila, and they just kept bringing that shit out. But it was was it good? What'd you think? That was my first time having it. It was fine. I
mean,
didn't chase.
I was drunk to the point where I didn't care anymore. I mean, that's just how the night goes. Like at some
Yeah.
point, you just alcohol.
Wait, but what I really loved about that experience is I think that's the first time where the vibes were like so good because it was just like our group. There was no one interfering, no one like trying to hit on anyone. And yeah, we could just dance the night away comfortably.
I think for the most part, in my experiences, that is like the vibe.
Oh.
So I just think you've had 2 clubbing experiences now, and your first one was terrible. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Cheers to more clubbing. I mean, you're more like down now, right?
Yeah. I will say Sunday wiped my entire day. Like I was so tired.
We need to be better about like aftercare shit. Like make sure we all get enough water and food before we go to
True.
sleep. Not just like come back, shower, and then lock the fuck out.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, cheers to next time.
Cheers to next time.
And how was you went out last night?
I went out last night because my friend has been trying to drag me out to like an alternative rock concert. It's not alternative rock. I just call it alt music to like fuck with her. But that's just kind of like her type of music. Very emo, very kind of like sad and shit. It's very like high school vibes,
Still,
but
like,
also
upbeat?
yeah. It's like heavy like electric guitar, drums, and all that. Like very head bangable. It was kind of funny because like the crowd is very small. It's like maybe 20 people. But then like so like my like genre music is really like EDM and rap, and we do a lot of like this like you know, like hand pumping and like head bobbing, but like hard head bobbing. And then so like the chorus comes on, and I'm also drunk as fuck. I'm just like, but then everybody else is like very subtle about it. They're like,
Oh.
you can tell I'm like not like a frequent flyer.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was fun, but we
Oh,
got
interesting.
super drunk.
Is it like standing vibes?
Yeah, it is standing
Okay.
vibes.
Oh, cool.
I actually got a text from my friend right now. He just said, I woke up at 8 thinking I could never drink again, but I'm back to normal and we'll be drinking again tonight.
That's so. You woke up at 8?
Yeah.
That's so early.
Wait, when I get drunk, I wake up hella early.
Not today. Oh, wait. When did you wake up today?
Today's different.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to rest before the podcast, okay?
Okay. Thanks so much.
Now I have energy. But
That's
yeah,
funny.
I don't know. I want to go to EDM concerts soon, which we will be. We're going to
Oh
Zed.
my God. In like 2 weeks.
If anybody sees us, say hi to us. And we'll be doing fun activities. Anyways,
Yes.
So today's podcast episode, Sarah's been going through a lot
Thanks.
mentally, a lot going on in your head. So I think we take this episode to be introspective and reflect.
Let's
Very
fucking
demure,
go.
very modest.
So mindful.
So
literally.
mindful.
I'm
I
gonna
read
be
this.
poking your brain too.
Don't poke my brain.
Don't you worry about it.
I read this book a year ago, part of a book club.
That's so cute. It's so demure.
And it was called The Defining Decades. The Defining Decades, basically, it talks about how like your 20s are kind of like your defining decades, and it gave a bunch of like tips on how to like live them. So you haven't read the book, right?
Nope.
Okay, so
Kind of been meaning to.
I don't think these are like mind-breaking like ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I just think like I told you before we started the podcast, I don't think there is a way to live your 20s. I just think
Mm-hmm.
it's a nice way to give you like a blueprint and framework if you're kind of lost. All right, you ready?
Let's go.
All right, first question. What have you learned about yourself as you enter your 20s?
Damn, going straight into it.
Let's go straight into it.
I think maybe I can just try to choose like 3 overarching themes of things that I've learned so far. Obviously, so many to digest, but the first one is perspective taking. I think for a long time, and sometimes I judge myself for like, wow, did it really take me 24 years of my life to learn this? Like, sometimes I judge myself for being like, how did you not learn this earlier? But let's leave the judgment aside and we'll just digest the rest. But yeah, basically, like, I think I lived a lot of my life from the perspective, obviously, of my own lens, but like also projecting that onto what other people would want. So I was actually thinking, yeah, right there, honestly. I was actually thinking the other day, a shower thought, who invented the golden rule or the golden standard, you know, of like treat others the way you want to be treated?
The Bible?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Wait, no, because it's actually kind of dumb. Like, it's like the difference between equality versus equity, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. I think I grew up like that, right? Treat others how you want to be treated, which to an extent I agree. And I think it's a good rule for like younger people to like follow, like young kids. But I think like once you grow up, you have to understand, like try to see things from like other people's perspectives and meet them where they are, or like what would actually make them feel loved or cared for, or like whatever. Because like just because I would want to be treated a certain way doesn't mean someone else would want to be treated a certain way.
Oh,
or
you mean like literally don't like treat people the same way you want to be treated?
Yeah, or there's nuance. There's like, yeah, maybe like for certain things, yes, but then like I don't think it's a blanket statement that should be applied to every, because like it kind of goes, maybe connects to love languages, like even in friendships or just like how you interact. Like if I should I try to find a concrete example?
You don't have to.
Okay. I feel like I'm bad at finding concrete examples in the moment. Anyways, like if I'm spending so much energy trying to treat someone a certain way because I like to be treated that way, but like for example, they don't really like even care or like notice, or like that doesn't really resonate with them, or they don't really care, then it's like, first of all that energy, not saying that that's like bad or like not worth it, because like, you know, if that's how you feel like you can support someone, maybe that's still fine, but maybe that energy could also go towards something that would actually resonate with someone, of like how they would actually like to be treated, regarded, taken, like just like.
Okay, so how would you modify that statement to make it more like valid, I guess? Because what you're describing is more of like an energy thing, right? Like maybe not necessarily treat someone the way that they would treat you, but it's like give someone the energy that they would give you.
I guess like it's all encompassing, just like existing with other people. I think I would modify it as like try to understand where someone's coming from or what's important to someone, so that you know how to meet them where they are, or like how to show up best for them, because that could be different from like what is important to me. And that's why, yeah. But anyways, cycling all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, just like learning to take on different perspectives and not take things personally. And I think that's like super freeing, and it gives me more control of like my own life, rather than sometimes I feel like I give my friends a lot of power over my life, of how I feel or my identity.
Wait, I resonate with the, what'd you say about friends? What was your wording
like
exactly?
Giving them power.
Yeah, like I think something that I learned, well, I feel like I learned this earlier in life too, even before my 20s, but just like the like not giving a fuck. I don't think anybody actually cares what you do.
Exactly, yeah.
Like especially in New York, you can literally wear whatever you want and do whatever you want, and no one will bat an eye. They'll just be like, oh, he's just like minding his own business.
Yeah.
But if you take that to a more practical level, it's just like, even if you are like underachieving in your mind, or you're like not meeting your goals, or like you don't have a girlfriend or whatever, I think like social pressures make that more debilitating than it actually is. Mm-hmm. But the reality is that like your friends don't care if you are like single, or if you're unemployed, or you're not like a CEO or something. They just love you for who you are.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't like let those insecurities like get to your head, you know?
That's facts.
Why do you think kids think like that though? Like, why does that, in our teenage minds, we care so much about like,
dude, it's actually crazy.
And it's like, looking back, it was so crippling.
Yeah. It's like all encompassing, like literally all you could think about, and like all your motivations and actions are driven by like, in a way, like social acceptance.
Like literally, like so many things happen when you're a teenager, and if we just had a better mindset about it, it could be easily avoided.
Yeah.
Like weight, like so many like visual things, weight, like acne.
Yeah.
Like your fashion.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if kids just didn't care, they'd be so much more healthier.
Yeah.
But I understand it's hard to like tell a teenager.
Process too of growing.
Yeah.
I think like
trauma.
And here we go, time to unpack. I remember the exact moment where I was enlightened to the fact that, whoa, I should not care what people think. Because so I was laying in bed. It was actually the same bed I have here, but it was at Purdue. And this was, I think, senior year of college. And I remember just like laying there staring at my wall art and just like so deep in thought. And then I was like,
What were you staring at? Like a picture of
I had this really
flowers and
cool like
shit?
collage
Oh, that's
wall
pretty
art thing.
cool.
It was actually pretty sick. Anyways, I think I was just like going through it. So I was just like thinking and thinking. And then I realized like what people think of you is so arbitrary because you can like every single person can probably think of someone that like from your perspective probably looks up to you, right? Or like admires you for some reason or whatever. But you can also probably think of someone that like you admire, you look up to, or you think is like quote unquote cooler than you or like more popular, whatever. There's just so many different levels and layers and like there's just so many people out there, like there's so many opinions. And then it's like if you think about it, how can there exist in the world someone that you think is so cool but then and also someone that thinks you are so cool? Like the fact that like everything like that exists means like, okay, which opinion is right? And it's like neither or both or all at the same time. Like it's truly just like, what do I think about myself? So that was when I discovered.
You seem very passionate about this topic. Like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
no, literally, because I think like a huge thing about even just posting content was like I have to get over the fear of what people's opinions are of me.
We can talk about content stuff later. There's actually a question about that.
Oh, okay,
But,
cool. Kiki.
Kiki. Actually, building off of that, what do you envision your 30s will be like?
Even more clarity and freedom, TBH.
Are you excited for that?
Yeah, I am.
So you feel pretty good about like aging and shit. Like you're excited to be older.
Well, I'm excited to be now, where I am now. But the fact that aging, you can't, well, technically you can't reverse it. So you might as well accept it. And then I feel like also there's conversations now about, I don't know, the thing that's like the 30s are your new 20s or like
I've heard
your
that
life
too.
doesn't end when you hit 30 and stuff. It only begins. Stuff like that. Honestly, it's kind of sounds really cliche, but kind of nice to hear. So I'm not like too afraid. Yeah, I just think I hope I feel more secure in myself and confident. And I don't necessarily have to know what I want or whatever, but like I feel like this season right now for me at least is like, oh, moving to point number 2 of 3 of what I've learned about being in 20s. Yeah, this season is for like truly living in the moment and appreciating every moment and like not chasing happiness because happiness is a state that you can create for yourself. It's not something that, oh, once I get this purse, I'll be happy. Once I get this job, I'll be happy. Once I get this significant other, I'll be happy. It's like I can create happiness for myself in every single moment. And yeah, that's why I'm not that scared about 30s because I know I'm like building the skills to just like be content wherever I am.
How do you balance that with like validating your emotions and you know what I mean? Because like you can be sad, but then like if you're, I'm not saying your mindset is wrong. I think it's actually really healthy to be like having that contentment and having that happiness. But where do you create that space to be like, oh, like let me validate my sadness though?
No, that's such a good question. Okay, let me go back and say maybe it's more of, instead of happiness, replace that with contentment. Contentment and happiness are different. Contentment can hold sadness and happiness as emotions. For example, now I'm going through some stuff, so I get sad, but I'm like,
I just like the way you phrased it. I'm going through some stuff now because now I'm sad.
like for example, as I'm going through some stuff right now and like
A breakup.
yes, I like get sad from time to time. When I'm sad, I like totally let myself feel that, and like I've learned to not judge myself when I'm sad because I think for a while too I would like have periods where I feel like sad and then I'd be like, oh my gosh, I need to hustle and make myself happy again because I cannot be wasting my time being sad because life is short. And like, but now I'm like, okay, being sad is just a part of life and like it's not realistic or even healthy or even something that I want to be quote unquote happy 24/7. And like now I just see it as like sadness, it's like the rainbow without rain thing, like feeling hurt, feeling pain, whatever, and like the magnitude that I feel it at is the same magnitude that I can feel joy and happiness and like all those happy moments. Instead of like trying to shoo it away, now I just kind of let myself feel it, and then like I just know for myself though that like it will pass and I don't have to like chase it out, but I can just sit through it and like let it do its thing, let the feeling tell me what it's trying to tell me. And then
And what's your third thing you learned?
that sleep is really important. I realized.
That's crazy because we've been told that since we were birthed that sleep is important.
Yeah. But I remember, I don't know about you, like in high school, I would sleep at like 3 or 4 sometimes and then wake up at like 6 or 7.
I did not do that.
Really?
That is insane.
I know. I don't know why. It was like homework or like talking to people really late.
Who the fuck are you talking to at 4 a.m. in the morning?
Secret.
Kiki.
Kiki. But yeah, so I feel like it was kind of fine. Like I was still kind of tired then, but it was kind of fine. Now it kind of started like in the later years of school, and then now especially here, I really feel like if I don't get enough sleep, I feel not as socially competent, just like not as present. I feel brain fog and stuff. And like lately, guys, not even gonna lie, I've been sleeping really late.
And we try to help you and you say no.
It's been getting slightly better. I say my average is like 1.
I think you just need a full reset of your entire life where you go to sleep normally, you eat like a regular person, you get a little bit of exercise in, you like just do normal things.
Dude, when you say it like that, it sounds really sad. Like I'm just like not taking care of myself.
But you're content.
But I'm content, Kiki.
No, I mean, hey, I think it's like the healthcare part of me talking, but also like me as a friend. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me phrase the question like this. Do you think you have control over your life?
Hell no.
So what's like holding you back? Like, isn't that so scary to
I
hear?
know.
You admitting that you don't have control over your life.
Yeah.
Girl, Sarah was making dinner the other day and made, I think, 8 dumplings.
Yeah.
And then she only had 4 dumplings. And that was all she ate for dinner. And I'm like, bitch, that's crazy.
Well, I had something a couple hours before that.
Dude, 4 dumplings is like 300 calories. The normal amount for humans to survive is like 2,000.
I think my stomach just shrank, so I need like 5 snacks during the day.
Jesus Christ.
Well, okay. See, that's the other thing I'm balancing right now. I'm like, sometimes I just feel really lazy and I like judge myself for that. But also I'm like healing, which I don't want that to be an excuse. But I also feel like I genuinely just feel a little bit like dampered.
Wait, what?
Like it's
and
so
that's
hard
why
for me to find motivation to do things, even simple things, because I just feel so emotionally stunted or like emotionally burnt out.
like you don't feel motivation to like do anything?
Kind of. Yeah, I know it sounds like depression.
No, I mean like low key, but like wouldn't like healing you want to do like things for yourself?
Well, this is how I am healing.
By dying.
No, literally.
Slowly. Jesus Christ, Sarah.
I mean, no, I think this is totally normal. Like it's been okay, well, I won't put time on it. Anyways, but just like not feeling like I want to do anything, but slowly I've been finding like little sparks that make me feel really excited about things again, and it's probably like once every couple days that I'll like feel that spark again. So I know it's still in there. I just need time to rest and heal.
Okay, maybe eat 5 dumplings next time
Thanks.
instead of 4.
Maybe 4.5.
Jesus Christ. Moving on. All right, so part of the book is talking about like making sure like in the storm of like life you still have like aspirations and hopes and all that. So one question that it asks is, what is your dream job? No barriers aside.
Like, okay, no barriers, but like still relatively realistic. Like
I don't think so. You can be whatever you want.
a man.
Actually,
I could do that.
That is your
I really
dream.
could.
That is so sad. You want to become a man.
Honestly,
You want me to go first?
yeah.
Okay, this is kind of cringe, but I think it would have been so dope if I could play piano for like Hillsong for the rest of my life.
Whoa.
But before they got canceled.
Oh.
Or honestly just like piano in some sort of band.
Dude, we
I
gotta
think
get you a
that'd be
piano.
sick. Yeah, I kind of miss piano,
I
but
miss piano too.
like no barriers aside, I would have totally been like something music related and performance related.
Wait, that's
Because
awesome.
I low-key have like, I was like, should I just try DJing? Like I know nothing would.
Wait, yeah.
I know nothing would come out of it. It just more like scratches like
Hey,
my
you don't
music
know
like
that.
itch.
Yeah, I mean, don't do it because you want something to come out of it.
Right. I just like love music and
Oh my gosh, you should totally
shit.
try it.
I mean, we'll see.
Wait, that's awesome. Like, would you want to do tours and stuff?
Ask me if I ever start. I mean, like, no, we'll leave it at that. I would love to try DJing, but we'll
Would
see.
you ever want to make music, like make songs and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Did you know I've written so many songs
What
that
are
I
they?
don't know how to compose. I don't know how to like add music to it. Like even just melody or like back like like whatever chords, whatever.
Wait, so you just have like a bunch of words?
Let's collab. I have words and like a melody and then like maybe a strum here and there.
Oh.
But I don't have like, fluidity background.
Yeah. Loser.
Let's
Anyways,
write a song together again.
fuck no.
And we'll actually finish it and make
Nope.
it bust.
Nope.
And write it for Red.
What's your dream job?
My dream job. Okay, can I say 2? One is I Actually, no, this could be in one too. Okay. Like a private chef.
You want to be a private chef?
I love cooking. I mean, I can get better at it, but I love cooking. I will spend hours cooking even if I'm stressed. Like, that's my way to de-stress.
So why don't you cook for yourself?
Well, because I don't know what to cook.
Okay, so you'd be a private chef.
I'd be a private if they have like, if I know their taste, if I know if they're craving anything. That's why a lot of times when I cook, I cook based on what I'm craving. And if I'm not craving anything, like lately, because I'm emotionally stunted right now. Don't roll your eyes. Like, I saw
Roll.
that.
Might just start dabbing.
Oh. Yeah, anyways. No, like, my thing is, like, Amy, my old roommate, knows this. When I come back from a trip, I'm, like, so tired, whatever. I, like, go get groceries, and then I'll literally, like, cook for 3 hours that same night. Because that's just my way of resetting, and, like, I just love it so much.
I can see, I could see that. Private chef.
Yeah, private chef vibes. And then the other thing would be probably full-time content creator. Of what type? Probably YouTube and Insta. But then I have my, like, private chef on the side, and I can also make content for that.
Why don't you just private chef as a content creator?
Yeah, but I want to do more. My content, I want to do more than just private chef.
Okay, don't take this the wrong way. What is the draw of being a content creator?
Okay, for me, like, documenting my life and making things, like, telling a story through, like, semi-aesthetic, pretty visuals and stuff is really satisfying to me, and it's, like, really fun. And it's, like, creative outlet. Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of it is, like, storytelling, which I'm very much deep in progress on, like, building that skill set for myself, but...
So why not, like, a film director or something?
That's, like, too much.
Too much storytelling?
That's, like, a 2-hour-long movie. I just need, like, a 30-second reel.
I love that. Yeah, I think the book just, like, says, like, make sure you, like, kind of have your goals in mind. Not to say that, like, you cannot... Not to say that you can't become a personal chef. It's just, like, know, like, what drives you and make sure you still, like, stay present in the moment. Because sometimes when we have a... You know that thing where we say, like, oh, my God, like, once we start working, we're going to be working for the rest of our lives. The book just, like, puts into perspective, just, like, make sure you have your wishes and your hopes and your dreams. And you're not just, like, aimlessly, like, in this corporate cycle of just 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, you know? Because I think that's where, like, people, hate their jobs and shit. Like, one of our friends who's becoming an esthetician, that's, like, props to her.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, like, seriously, that's... I mean, maybe it does take, like, a layoff for that to, like, occur. Like some sort of trauma.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's
like,
true, because otherwise you would be too scared to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's true. I feel like I'm feeling that after a year in corporate. I think, like, my first year, my mindset was very much like corporate is life. Like, I just need to take this really serious. Not that I'm not taking it seriously, but, like, it just felt like I needed to shape my life almost around work. Like, I was afraid to take PTO low key because I'm like, I'm so new. Like, I'm not allowed to take PTO because I'm so new. I need to, like, stay present and work hard and show them that, like, I don't want to take off and stuff. And now I'm, like, so burnt out, and I'm like, I just submitted so many PTO requests today because I'm like, I need to do this. But yeah, I'm definitely learning that, like, work will always be there, and, like, my manager told me that too. So just, like, this is your time, and, like, you need to do what you need to do for yourself, but the work will always be there when you come back. So don't shape your schedule and your PTO and stuff based off of work.
All right, we're gonna move on just because we have a couple more questions and limited time. What do you want from life? Like, what is your goal with life?
I think that's something that I've actually been thinking about lately because...
All right, let's process.
All right, reflecting out loud. And this is something that I've been wanting to journal about, but I haven't necessarily had the time / like mindfulness to sit down and actually think about this specific topic. But it's about, like, motivation, because I was listening to DOAC, Diary of a CEO, but such a good podcast. Holy crap. Ava Pumpis, she's, like, the former secret agent, whatever, and she was saying, like, it's so important to know your motivations, and, like, it's really good to know what motivates other people, because then you can, like, not, like, manipulate them. Like, in her context, they're, like, manipulating people to do things, but just in general, like, it's good to know what people are motivated by, so you can, again, meet them where they are, or, like, really draw someone. Just, like, taking that inwards, like, I realize, like, I have lost a sense of what motivates me lately. And, like, for example, when I look at my YouTube, I kind of stopped this year, even though I still want to, but I just, like, cannot find the specific motivation to actually get me to sit down and edit. So just trying to do some soul searching on, like, where was my motivation before? Where is it now? And even the other day I was looking through old footage and I was like, oh, this is so exciting and fun. And like, honestly, that made me more motivated. Just like to have memories put together and strung together like that. Anyways, I won't get into that specific motivation, but even just like other motivations, like when it comes to building my friendships and like showing up for people like that, I feel like I've also just kind of chilled and not been super proactive in that sense lately, because of my healing also. Yeah, I feel like through this slow period of my life era right now, I'm just trying to like be more in tune with what does motivate me. Oh, the question was, what do you want from life?
What do you want from life?
I think like
Thank you for explaining your motivators.
yeah, okay, anyways, to tie that back, one, contentment, like not judging myself for feeling certain ways, just like allowing it to happen. Two, I mean, yeah, motivation, like knowing why I'm motivated and being grounded in those to just like assess periodically if like the things that I'm doing matches those and supports those, or yeah. And then I guess like what I want from life, like I guess the motivations might also be like more internal things, like how, well, motivation stems across, it touches everything, but in this sense it's like, what can I build for myself in my life, and like my goal, like what can I build for myself and have as my own and like be super proud of, and also how can I show up for the people in my life well. Contentment, showing up for others, and building something for myself, I think.
And do you feel like the life you're living right now, does it align with that?
Contentment, yes. I don't think I'm showing up for others or for myself that well right now.
And what's holding you back?
I'm healing.
So is that really what you want out of life right now?
Yeah, I think it's what I need. I think like
No. What I'm trying to say is like what you want out of life right now is not showing up for friends, and it's not like the creation thing.
Wait, what do I want in life right now?
Yeah.
The three that I said, but I don't think I'm like doing that right now.
No. So then what I'm saying is like maybe that isn't what you want right now. Like what you want right now is just to heal.
Oh,
like what I'm trying to say is like you have these goals and stuff, but I think it's like, again, going back to the book, it's like being aware like whether your life is moving towards that goal or not. And if you're not, then either change the goal or change how your life is.
Oh.
Because I think if you frame your life around goals that you're never going to achieve, that is where like the level of like sadness and like I feel like I'm not progressing and whatnot. But instead, like you should be changing your goals to meet your needs right now. So in your state of life where you can't give to people, where you can't create, maybe your goal isn't like that. Maybe that's just like your 30-year-old goals for when you're 30s and for when you're more healed. Instead, right now you should have goals that reflect what you need in your life right now. I think it's like,
oh, I see. Yeah.
Like breaking up and healing shouldn't be like a setback to your goal, but it should be just like another, like a detour you're taking until you're ready to meet those goals, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. I honestly, when I was saying those goals, I wasn't talking about now.
Right,
I was
right,
like
right.
talking about
Yeah.
future. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess my goal now is to heal, but also self-discovery and like.
Why do you think
myself
you're
up.
so not bad at like evaluating yourself?
I think I'm just confused on what I want.
But I feel like you have a hard time determining how much capacity you have.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why is that?
Yeah, I stretch myself because it's hard to say no. It's hard to know when to say no. It's hard to assess what to say no to. So I'd rather just...
Like, what are your boundaries?
No boundaries. I'm kidding.
I mean, maybe that is how you think right now.
Yeah, for context, I like stretch myself too thin and then I don't delegate well and then I just like don't
You explode.
show up for deadlines or like whatever. And even like this reflects in my texting habits too. Like one of the things that I'm trying to work on is reliability, because I feel like sometimes I'll say I'll do something and then I don't do it. And I feel like that's so unreliable of me. And that makes me not trust myself either. So I want to build it up better.
My issue with, first of all, like I love you, like you're like one of my closest friends, but my issue is more so you don't communicate your needs to others. Like I think you're aware of your issues. For example, you said I'm not good at delegating, I stretch myself too thin, but you're not like, oh, like, but I need help here.
Yeah.
Like you don't, like it feels like you're just kind of like in your own world, which is fine, but like wouldn't you want to invite other people to like help you in your world?
Right. Yeah.
Like I think deadlines and whatnot are cool, but like I think more importantly is that people you work with, they care more about like the person behind that work. So I think it's as easy as like, guys, I'm struggling, I just need a little extra more time, versus you staying up to like 3 a.m. like trying to finish whatever video or finish whatever like editing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, I'm not roasting you.
No,
I
yeah,
truly
yeah.
like love you. I just
like
how am I supposed to know you need help if you don't tell me?
Right.
I can see you visually struggling. Just like you're just like, I'm fine.
Well,
I
Okay, see, some of those times it's because I feel like I fooled around during the day, so I should have been able to like edit then, but I didn't, so that's like my fault. Like I shouldn't have like fooled around so much.
Doesn't mean you should punish yourself though.
There's gotta be consequences.
No, because
Yeah, I know.
yeah, I just think you should involve people more.
Yeah, no, that's so fair. I like see that in like work stuff too. I and like just like hosting, planning things and stuff. Maybe something about it too is like the perfectionism in me, and it's like I have a vision, and part of it's just like, oh, I just if I put it bluntly, it's like, oh, maybe I just like don't trust that, like, or like I don't think that people have the same vision, which one, it's a group thing, it shouldn't just be my vision. Two, I can communicate that if I do feel so strongly about it, or just like be able to bring it up as a discussion to like compromise and like see what the other person thinks.
Where does this like level of perfectionism come from? Like, are you scared people will like notice your like whatever event or whatever video wasn't like up to standard?
I think it's like I know the potential that something has, and but again, that potential is biased. Like it's just like what I think like a good product would be, and that's biased to like my perspective. And so like if I did it, I would be satisfied because it's like my vision translated. But if it's like someone else doing it, then it's not necessarily what I'm expecting. Which again, like I shouldn't think that my vision is like best or anything. But I guess it's just like what I'm comfortable with, or like what I've already set as a standard for myself. But
In the perfect world, are you leading or are you following?
when I'm thinking about like content creation and like even thinking about my own YouTube and stuff, probably, oh my god, I mean leading if it's like my own creation and company and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Buster almost
Destroy
knocked.
yourself.
Anyways, yeah, no, I mean I always appreciate you calling me out in a
Loving way.
yeah. I appreciate it.
I mean,
I'm sorry you have to deal with this.
no, it's not. I'm just like,
But like also, yeah, like you calling it out has made it more known to me because it's something that I don't necessarily see in myself.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like these questions I also like initially struggled with, and it's only through like self-evaluation, like introspectiveness. Is that even a word?
Yeah,
Oh,
you got it.
that you're gonna like discover the answers to these.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that you need to know these answers to grow, but I think it's a good way to gauge like your healing and your growth. Like right now you don't know the answers and you don't know why, but I hope like in 4 months or 5 months from now you do have the answers, and like you're able to do these things in a more healthy manner that allows you to get sleep at a normal time and eat at a normal time, and plan events stress free, like enjoy the process and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll check back on Sarah 4 months from now. Just a couple more questions and then we can probably end. What are some ways that you're challenging yourself these days? So again, going back to the book, the point of life is to grow and to change. You're not going to experience that unless you challenge yourself with experiences or mastery of like some sort of new skill. Yeah, what are some things you do to like challenge yourself these days?
I feel like there are things that
Let's just start very simple. What are some things you want to like learn this year?
yeah, there are things that I like am thinking of wanting to do, but I don't know if I'm necessarily like actually making action on it right now. One thing is like I realized a lot of me as a person, sometimes I'm like a lot of my depth is more of like this introspectiveness and like growth, these kinds of topics. I feel like I feel a little like deeper in, but if it's stuff other than that, what do I have to offer the world or my friends even? Like I don't really like, all I do in the city is eat, drink, go to cafes and like walk around and shop. Like how am I like engaging in culture and like experiences and deepening myself? So that's something that I want to just like be more exposed to, or like be more proactive about actually like going to a museum, going to the Met, actually just like reading some of the stuff, or just like learning some things instead of just like walking around aimlessly looking at things with friends. Like maybe just go by myself and like actually immerse myself better and actually learn more of the history and context of certain things.
Okay, but what do you want to learn about?
See, that I'm not sure, but I feel like museums would be a good place to start because that just like is there.
What about like skills? I don't know why. I can think of like a million of these answers for you.
Really?
Yeah, like if you were to ask me what are things like Sarah could do for fun outside of eating, drinking, and going to museums, you should do a gymnastics class.
Oh my god, that'd be so lit.
You could do some sort of dance class. You could do some sort of pottery class. You could do some sort of like art. Like
I like singing, playing guitar, piano, writing songs. These are, I mean, yeah, I have a lot of things that I like to do. They're all very like scratch the surface, not super in depth, which is fine. I know that's fine.
Actually, so you did do theater class for a couple months. Did you feel more fulfilled when you were doing it, or?
You know what? That class was really interesting to me, and I'm really glad I did it. It was, I think, 10 weeks. I learned to... it definitely grew my appreciation for actors, actresses, and that entire art form in general of acting. I feel like it wasn't necessarily my calling of like how to be creative and like how I wanted to like embody that side of art for myself, because it just like it was fun and stuff, but I think I realized that it wasn't necessarily my like quote unquote calling, whatever. But I appreciate just doing it.
You know what would make really good YouTube content?
What?
You should just go do a bunch of like classes and then film it.
Yeah, just try a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I think pottery would be interesting. I did like kind of a pottery thing one time, and I will say I'm not that drawn to it either, but
I mean, there's so many mediums of like stuff that are out there, like, and it's New York. There will be no shortage of activities or classes or things to learn about.
Yeah, I feel like...
So you should commit to the camera right now and say you will do more classes.
Okay, you know what? I'll do one run club. I'll just try it once.
What the
What?
The dating ones?
No, just any. Just because like I just want to know what it's like or just experience it. I'll just do a run club. Angie ran across the Brooklyn Bridge one day. I'll just do that one. Like there's just like random things that I just...
No, that's completely fine.
Yeah, that's kind of want to do bucket list.
That's
vibes.
better than... Never mind. I almost ripped the fattest roast in my entire life. But I love Sarah, so I will not.
Oh.
Continue.
What were you gonna say?
Commit to more things on camera right now.
Oh, okay. Something that I have been also wanting to discover for myself is just evolving my fashion. See, is that shallow? No, it's not. It's also art. It's art.
No, but I think no. But then like I think you just need to think about what the process of that means.
Yeah.
Like, are you just gonna lay on your phone and scroll Zara for the whole day,
Hell
or
yeah,
are you gonna like, I don't know, go to like a fashion museum and draw inspiration and like, you know what I mean? Like there's ways to go about this that is like fulfilling, or you can just take the...
Yeah, no, I think this is more... It's not like a huge priority in my life right now, but I think the way that it's gonna manifest is like I'm just a little bit more aware. Like when I'm on the out walking around, I just like kind of take a look more at what people are wearing, how people are styling themselves, just paying more attention to like Pinterest. And yeah, I'm not like necessarily gonna be shopping all the time or something, but it's more of like a slow burn thing, because I'm also just discovering what I like and don't like and stuff. So I don't know yet, and that's why I can't just like shop, because I don't know what to shop for. But it's more of like part of my brain is just gonna be just slightly more attuned to seeing what people are wearing.
I think just like have fun while you're doing it. And from like my experience, the more active you are about these things, like I know you mentioned slow burn, but in my opinion, I think you just throw yourself in the fire. The more active you are about it, I think you'll grow faster. And like, I mean, you're also risk adverse, and I'm just like an idiot, so
that's true. That. I mean, do you think it's fair if like actually, you know, really want, but maybe like YouTube again? Yeah, I can actually get behind like throwing myself into.
Yeah, like throw yourself into a passion project, but like do it in a way that's like different. Maybe like change up your form of editing content, for example. Stop eating, drinking, and shit. Like go to a class, go for a run, like go to maybe do like a trial, like do like a New York like traveling vlog, like. Oh my god, here, grab a map of New York, throw a pin on a random location, and just travel there and make a day out of it.
It's like Niagara Falls.
It's like the San Marino Trench. Dude. You have to go like scuba diving and shit. No, but like be more intentional about how you're filming than just like passively filming it as you like meet friends and shit.
Yeah.
We're not that interesting, Sarah. There are more things out there than fucking... Yeah.
What would you say though for yourself?
Challenging myself?
Yeah.
So for right now, Sarah and I are sharing editing duties. So I have been more passionate about editing. Like I'm watching like DaVinci Resolve editing videos. Not because like I suck at audio shit, but it's more so like if I ever wanted to do like like video editing, there's ways to like change colors, there's ways to like do special effects and whatnot. I think it'd be so fun. And even just like smaller things, like when I work out now, I've been doing a lot more research on like what I'm doing just besides like curling weights, you know. Like there's ways to train. I think part of it is like my physical therapy background, but just doing like a little more. Oh, and like the nutrition side of it too. Like I'm paying so much attention to it. There's so many diets I actually want to try now. Apparently veggies are bad for you. Okay, well,
Veggies?
it's an ongoing
What?
debate. It's very like it's a debate.
Why?
Veggies at its rawest form is like amazing, but America specifically, you can't control for how these veggies are being produced.
Like in its raw form.
Like when I say like more intentional about my nutrition and like physical fitness, that's kind of what I mean. So I mean, like,
That's cool. Takes it to another level.
yeah, like it's just than eating like fucking chicken, rice, and broccoli every day. Fuck that.
No more broccoli, just chicken and rice.
All right, I think we're gonna end here today. No questions, just because today was a chill podcast, and I hope you got something from it as much as
Yeah.
I did. I'm excited for you to grow, though. You have so much growing to do, and it's not to no. It's not to say that I don't have growing either. I just think like when you go through something like a breakup, I do think you need trauma to like be ready to grow.
Yeah.
Like you have I think when you suffer something like a breakup, that is when your body is most willing to grow.
You kind of have to. There's
Exactly.
nowhere else to go.
When you're happy
Yeah.
and life is like stable, you rarely want to change like that state of
Yeah.
like you don't like who likes hardships, you know? So
Literally crickets.
but yeah, I think 4 months from now, 5 months from now, hopefully a year from now, you'll be in such a better place.
I
Maybe
hope so.
maybe we'll ask the same questions again and see if your answers
Whoa.
change.
Wait, that'd be crazy.
Maybe you'll put out better YouTube content.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Maybe I'll have one more subscriber.
Maybe you'll have a boyfriend.
Oh, are you manifesting that?
Crickets.
Like, would you say a year from now?
I'd be okay with a year from now.
Okay.
4 months is too short.
No, yeah. But it is becoming cuffing season.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
No. Anyways, you want to end this?
Yeah.
We have a lot of guest episodes coming up, so stay excited for those. We're gonna have a roomy one where we're just gonna be complete idiots, and then some of our closest friends are coming from Illinois. So that'll be a fun episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Stay tuned. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. With that,
TTYL.